What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tech Mark coming at you guys with another content filled video. Yes sir! I hope y'all are having a great week because I know I am. And yes, as you guys know in the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition 3 months later review. And I'm super excited to let you guys know my experience with this console, give you guys my opinions and my thoughts about the games and the accessories that I've purchased over the time. So if you guys like content like this and you want to see more like it, go ahead and leave me a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Get this channel up to 200 subscribers because I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon and you guys want to be a part of it, that's for sure. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and play my intro and we're going to get right into this bad baby. Let's go. Welcome back, folks. Now let's go ahead and get into this review. So as you guys may see, I have my PlayStation 5 Digital Edition set up with my MacBook Pro. I have the UR55 Samsung 4K monitor that I've been loving ever since I got it last year. And I have my PreSonus Studio monitors set up for maximum volume and maximum experience, especially if I'm watching TV or if I want to play a game out loud. These are some pretty good stereo monitors, so I will leave those in the link down below with the monitor and all that good stuff. Now, as you guys may know, the accessories that I have is, of course, the PlayStation 5 digital remote controller. I have the media remote, I have the webcam, and I have the 3D Pulse headset. Now I'm gonna go ahead and place that right here so you guys can see that. So I'll be covering these accessories later on in the review, but this is what I've bought so far with this PlayStation 5, and I think they all go hand in hand with each other. And you know, you can't really go wrong with just buying accessories to future-proof your PlayStation 5, in my opinion. So the games that I bought on this PlayStation 5 that I've come to enjoy is Astro Playroom. That was the first game that I played on this console. It just showed you how much the DualSense controller is capable of. I'm very surprised that Xbox didn't put this into their stuff, but you know, this is a PlayStation 5 review. So when it comes down to that game, I feel like that gives the best experience of the new features that come into the controller. The next game I played was God of War. Recently, they updated their game to support 4K 60 frames per second, and man, it runs so good on this monitor. I'm always blown away with God of War. I've always been a God of War fan since the PlayStation Portable days. I had the red PlayStation Portable back in the day. Sadly, I don't have it, but that just brought back some nostalgia for me personally. So hopefully it did for you guys. I got Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Cold War. I played every story mode game with Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty gamer, and man, I love it. To be honest with you, the adaptive triggers, shooting guns has always been a big thing for me. So, you know, that's a good game. I know that GTA 5 is awesome on the PlayStation 5. It's not really updated for it just yet of the filming of this video, but later on, I'm pretty sure that, you know, Rockstar is going to basically implement those graphics into the PlayStation 5, so I'll be looking for that. I played Miles Morales, I played NBA 2K21, I played Friday the 13th. That game is so funny just because I feel like it puts you in that movie scene type of feeling when you're playing the game, man. Sometimes, you know, you want to kick back and, you know, just play games with the online community, but you know, you want it to be a little bit more realistic. So I think that game is pretty fun if you guys want to check that out. I played The Last of Us. That was actually a pretty good ass game. I haven't dived into the second version just yet, but I plan on doing that in the future. And you know, just give me some tips, give me some comments. Let me know what y'all think about the first game, and let me know about the second game, and please don't give me any spoilers because I want to experience the storyline like you guys would have. Next, I played Crash Bandicoot for a little bit. I didn't touch too much up on that game, but it did bring back a lot of nostalgia from my childhood. So I'll be trying to dive into that game a little bit more. And my favorite game, just because I got onto the PlayStation platform, is Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a super fun game if you just want to pass some time. I do a lot of recording on the side since I'm an audio engineer. So having that game, you know, just on the side of the screen, and I can just pick up the controller and play it whenever I just want to give myself a break. That game is a good game to just pass time and just have a little fun without any crazy trash talking on an online community. If you guys know that toxic community vibe that you get from playing online, it's a good game to basically step away from that. So that is all of the games that I have. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Drop them down below in the comments. I'm gonna be checking those out and giving you guys some love as well. Next, the interface. The interface that we have on this console has always been, you know, a learning curve for me, just because, you know, I've had Microsoft Xbox for about 7 to 8 years. I've basically skipped the PlayStation 4 generation console. It's always been, you know, cards all over the screen. But for the most part on this interface, I feel like it's a little bit more simplified. As you can see at the top, you have your games, you have your media. Most of the time when I turn on this PlayStation 5, it instantly jumps to the media tab, just because I like to use my streaming platforms on this console, just because, you know, it's the 4K and it just looks super good on this monitor. Now, an underrated feature that I feel like a lot of people don't use on their PlayStation 5s, especially if they have another person with a PlayStation 5 that they know, is screen share. Now, screen share has been the craziest, dopest experience that I've ever experienced with owning a console in general. The mechanics and everything, the software and the effort that Sony has put into this feature has been amazing. Now, my personal experience with this feature is, you know, I was chatting with my homie. He lives in Arizona, I live in California. We're pretty far from each other, but I haven't invested my money into Ghost of Tsushima. So one night I was like, yo, you know, let's try out this feature. And he was like, oh, I knew that it existed, but we necessarily didn't use it on the PlayStation 4. But man, on the PlayStation 5, I was completely blown away. All he did, he sent me a game screen share, and I was able to click into that notification, and I was instantly ported into his screen share. So I was able to control the Ghost of Tsushima game from my console. The same haptic feedback and all of the crazy features was being able to be displayed on my 4K TV. Now, when it comes down to streaming, I would recommend that you have an Ethernet cable to plug in the back of your console so you can get the best performance compared to having a Wi-Fi router. When I saw it on the monitor, it was actually pretty freaking clear. Now, I feel like it wasn't necessarily 4K. It was a more around the 1080p-ish mark, but sometimes it actually felt like I was playing 4K. I'm not going to even hold you on that. Like, the fluidity on it, the connection, I barely got any slowdowns. So if you guys know somebody with a PlayStation 5 and you have one as well, go ahead and try out that feature. You can basically learn a lot from just, you know, having a game that somebody else purchased. You're able to play that for a little bit, and man, that was a crazy experience. So shout out to my boy Ken in Arizona. I appreciate you for letting me, you know, just experiment with that game feature. Now, another feature that I feel like it was mind-blowing was remote play. Now, with the PlayStation 5, I feel like that connection is way more stronger. I was actually using my Xbox controller in order to connect to my Bluetooth iPhone and basically open up the PlayStation app and, you know, load up my games. Now, as far as latency goes, it's a tad bit, you know, crazy, but I feel like it's very playable. I was playing Astro's Playroom. I actually tested it out online with Call of Duty Warzone, and, you know, it was actually pretty good. I feel like once you get the hang of the latency, you necessarily don't die quick enough. It would be good to have zero latency, but, you know, things can't be perfect just yet. But I do commend PlayStation and Sony for even just going far with that feature and just trying to make it work. Because I feel like, you know, if you don't try that feature, how would you know if it's going to work in the long run? So for that feature, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. If you guys want to try that feature out, feel free to do so. If you got a 4G phone or a 5G phone, it's going to work regardless. As long as your PlayStation is connected to an Ethernet cable directly to your router, you will be completely fine with just having close to zero latency. Now, the accessories, man. Yes, sir, bro. Like, I feel like I've invested so much into these accessories, and it's been so beneficial to me as a gamer, and from a gaming standpoint, I'm just blown away. Now, when I say this, Sony gives a lot more features to their accessories compared to Xbox. And this is not, downplaying anything on Xbox, but I just feel like, coming from an Xbox from 7 years ago and then coming to PlayStation 5 and this next generation console, I feel like they've done their due diligence with just, the accessories. So first, we're gonna cover the PlayStation 5 controller. Now, when it comes down to this design, it's very revolutionary. It's different from the DualShock 4 controller. I've never owned that controller before, but coming from an Xbox controller to this controller, I feel like it's super feature packed, in my opinion. Now, when I say that, it's because these few reasons. Why? First, we're going to talk about the microphone on this controller. I've always wanted to talk to my controller for some odd reason, just to have that quick little access to just a microphone on your controller, where if you want to join a party, you necessarily don't have to go and run to get a headset. You can just unmute the mic or mute the mic if you want to, and it's as simple as that. Now, how hard is it for that to be implemented into a controller? I don't know, but I do appreciate Sony and just the PlayStation community just for asking for this feature, and you can't go wrong with it. I feel like the touchpad on this controller is amazing. I feel like you can just easily just hit this, and it's the select button. The select button isn't on the other side. It's just my personal opinion about this controller. You guys may have a different opinion about it. Now, next, the haptic triggers. Like I said earlier in the video, when I played Astro's Room, I was blown away just by, if you go into the sand or you go into some water or you go across grass, you're able to feel this within the haptic triggers and the actual vibration motors in this controller. And you won't understand it until you actually pick up the controller and play that game. Next, the USB-C port. You can't go wrong with having a USB-C connector. This charges my MacBook, this charges my headphones, this charges my tripod, and it charges my controller. Now, I wish Apple, would hop on the train, but you can't really win everything. But as far as this gaming console goes, USB-C is the way to go, and having it on the controller is a super plus. It charges super quick. You can't go wrong with just putting your charger into the controller without breaking it. So shout out to Sony for adding that. Now, next, you have your share button. Now, I feel like the share button on this side of the controller is on the left side. It's very useful because once you got a good clip on your gameplay, you can just easily tap this button, go over one time, see if you want to have a 15-second clip or you want to have a 30-second clip. And you can easily just, get that set up with just that one share button. So shout out to Sony for, putting that on this controller and making it super minimal where you don't necessarily accidentally hit this share button. You have your start button and you have your select button with the share button. Next, we're gonna go to the media remote. Now, as you guys know, I did an unboxing on this controller and I compared it with the Xbox controller, and man, this thing resembles the PlayStation 5 to the dang on T. You guys may see that, you have your TV button, your volume buttons. I use this a lot for media playback. So if I want to go to Hulu, I can just, go over to Hulu and launch Hulu up. You have dedicated buttons. If you want to go straight to YouTube, you can just hit this button, take you straight to YouTube. I love it. And you have your Spotify. If you're a Spotify user, you can easily just click this button, jump right into Spotify. Simple as that. And this is for all my Netflix and Disney Plus, subscribers. You got dedicated buttons for that too. Like, they actually went far with just trying to make this media remote future-proof. Now, the weight of this controller is a tad bit heavy, but it's a controller. You really want that to be able to sit on like a sofa, or you want it to sit on a desk, and if you hit it, it's not necessarily gonna fall off the bed or it's not gonna fall off the couch. So having that extra weight, I think it's a benefit for me. I had the Xbox controller and that thing was so light, it can fall off the couch, it can fall off the bed, the back just pop off with the batteries. It was just a whole mess. With this, the back piece is locked on, so you have to basically, you know, press this button and try to push it out. It takes a little bit, but I think from a design standpoint, this was designed for the back not to fall off if you drop it on the floor. Now, what I would say for con purposes of this controller, because it's not perfect, is having the back light behind these buttons will be amazing. I feel like they should have implemented it, just because I can't see the controls at nighttime, and that's the thing that, you know, it frustrates me. But we adapted technology and things around us, so it's not a big deal, but it would be a nice feature to add. Now, I have my headphones here. These are the 3D Pulse headset headphones that I got at GameStop. I got a warranty on them for 2 years, so if they do break, I can just take them back up to GameStop and I get another pair for free. These are $99 and I feel like they are very worth it. But so far as the features go, I feel like this is super nice because it also has a USB-C power adapter. It has a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can plug it into your controller, and this also works with the Xbox controller too. So if you plug in the 3.5mm head jack into your Xbox controller, you'll be able to hear yourself. You can talk. I know that they came out with their headset, you know, 2 days ago, but I feel like these are super good for Xbox users as well. Now, of course, you have 2 mics on each side of the headset, so you can have, you know, your voice sounding super good. You have your chat to game type of situation, so you can turn up the volume for your game, or you can turn up the volume for your chat right on the fly. You have your monitoring system, so this is super good for people that just want to hear their voice as you talk into the mic, so it gives you a more clear understanding of how you sound. You have your volume button, so you can just turn up your volume here and there. It's simple, just like that, as you guys know. You have your mute button, which is a dedicated mute button, so you can just press that in. It's super nice for just, you know, somebody that just got these things on their head, and you can just, I'll mute myself, easy. So you can do it that way. And you have your USB-C charger port, like I stated earlier. Super nice features on this headset. You guys can't go wrong with purchasing this if you guys are looking for a nice headset that is native to the consoles, but it works on different platforms. It can work on your cell phone, your Xbox, and all that good stuff. The comfort on these headphones are also A1. I give it a 10 out of 10 because these earmuffs are thick. They are soundproof damn near, and you know, it doesn't cause this ear fatigue. So shout out to Sony for incorporating these nice premium cushions. Lastly is this headband adjuster. So I feel like this just gives a little bit more comfort as well with just putting this on your head, and the plastic isn't just rubbing against your hair. This gives you a little bit more, you know, natural feeling, like maybe like a hat like I got on. And you just get used to having it on your head, and you just, you know, leave it there. Lastly, for the accessories, I have the PS5 webcam. This is for my Twitch stream. You guys can go ahead and follow me at the Prince of Mayhem. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below. If you guys want to see me stream Call of Duty, I play Fall Guys, I play all different type of games. I'll be following you guys back as well. So, you know, go ahead and run up my Twitch streams, you know, one time, and I'll be on there. Now, if you guys are enjoying this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Give me some love, show me some love, get me to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. I'm trying to get there before the summer hit. And I know, you know, I've been super busy lately, but I feel like I want to show you guys more love, and I got a lot of good content that I want to show you guys and put you guys onto a lot of technology that I know about that isn't covered in the other channels. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the video. Now, another accessory that I use for my PlayStation 5 is a wireless keyboard, and this is by Logitech. I necessarily just got this for my MacBook since I didn't necessarily like the keyboard that comes on my MacBook. I feel like I like this tactile feel, but recently I figured, hey, let me just try this keyboard with my PlayStation 5. So what I did was I got a USB-C cable adapter, plugged the USB-A connection into this USB-C adapter, and just plugged it into my PlayStation 5. When I was able to connect it, it was just simple as that. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you guys. When you connect this, you get a pop-up notification and it says, hey, your keyboard's connected. You can go ahead and type up your friends. You can type in the chat if you're playing Call of Duty or any game that supports keyboard chat. And this is amazing, and it's like a computer. So take advantage of all of the features that you guys can use with your PlayStation 5, because I definitely do. So with that being said, in conclusion, I think that the PlayStation 5 is a great console. If you guys are able to get your hands on it, go ahead and grab one, because if you like the game or watch TV or, you know, do all this good stuff, the PlayStation 5 is one of the best consoles that you can most likely buy that will be future-proof for maybe about 5 to 6, 7 years. Just to see my games being played at 4K. You know, my headset, I can basically game 100 times better than the other players that just have normal headsets like Turtle Beaches. Not knocking them, but I feel like having the hardware that was made specifically for the PlayStation 5 is going to give you an advantage over other gamers. The media remote, you can't go wrong with this thing. Go ahead and invest into this if you like to stream your content. And just, you know, having this 4K setup has just enhanced everything with this PlayStation 5. So later down the line, I'll be doing a desk review of what I currently have, and I'll be giving you guys some sauce on what you guys can use in order to make your desktop setup. So if you guys enjoy content like this, make sure you go ahead and show me some love, comment, like, subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna be doing some tips on things that you guys didn't know about the PlayStation 5, and we're gonna just, you know, keep this conversation going. All right, man, I'm out. I love you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Tech Mark, checking out. Deuces.